Hey, I'm Dr. Steve Chee, integrative East-West physician and somatic IFS therapist. There's a lot going on around in the world right now, and many of us have a wide range of emotions: fear, anger, helplessness, disconnection. I've been feeling a lot of that as well. And these states are natural responses to uncertainty and change, and they're all a need for greater connection and compassion. And so often we can turn to spirituality to try to make sense of it and to find peace. But how do we know if what we're experiencing is actually spiritual transcendence or if we're moving into something else, a different state like dissociation? I've recently attended the relational intelligence training, and I've been exploring this quite deeply within myself and with others. And I'd like to share with you five relational keys to help us to explore this topic further. The first key is around safety. So when I'm in this state, do I feel safe within myself, within my relationships, within the world? In dissociation, safety, it might not even feel relevant. Or like what I was experiencing and saw others as well, like I don't even know in this state if I'm safe or not. And you might not even notice that you've completely tuned out your sense of safety. Whereas in spiritually transcendent states, safety is really about embracing and understanding the fragility of life and its preciousness. It's a sense of feeling alive, even amidst the uncertainty, with this deep sense of trust that there's something greater and there's a meaning to moving and embracing the sense of vulnerability. The second key is around caring, the presence of caring. So, do I care what's happening to myself, to others, to the world around me? And dissociation can make caring feel distant. And I think I don't really care what happens. And we can feel disconnected from ourselves and the rest of the world. Whereas in spiritually transcendent states, care is just something that emerges and flows from the heart. It just cares because its essence is to care, and we're just being open to wanting to share that with ourselves and with others. The third key is around the awareness of needs. So, am I in this state that I'm in? Am I aware that having needs is okay? In dissociation, we can make us feel that needs are non existent, irrelevant, don't know, don't care, don't have any. And almost like this sense of like self reliance or like self independence that's really protective, really kind of isolating, and definitely really not about being in relationship. Whereas transcendent states, spiritually transcendent states, there's a really sense of understanding that it's human. It's the epitome of humanness to have needs and to know that at some point I'm going to need others and they can be there for me. And then also that I can be there for others as well. And there's this sense of giving and taking and being with others and understanding that the importance of that. The fourth one is around the impulse to connect. So when you're in this state, do I feel a desire to connect with others? And dissociation might make connection feel irrelevant. Like there's no impulse to engage. I don't need to connect. I don't want to connect. I'm happy here. Like it's just like almost like kind of like I'm kind of like leave me in my little bubble here. Like, and whereas in spiritually transcendent states, the desire, there's a natural desire to share and to connect and to share love and to share our hearts and to be with others. And really, even in the challenging times, and maybe even especially in the challenging times, with those that we really love, to want to be there with them and for them. And the fifth key is around relational presence. How am I being perceived by others when I'm in this state? So in a state of dissociation, you may seem flat or emotionally really neutral. Even you might just perceive it as being really calm, but others may find you not really relatable. Whereas in spiritually transcendent states, there's there's a relatability, there's a warmth, there's an effusiveness that comes from within that wants to be in connection. And it's about bringing really your full self into the moment. What I've realized in my exploration with this content is that because of my childhood experiences, it was adaptive to enter into states where I turned out sense of safety, sense of my needs, sense of connection, all of it. These patterns helped me survive, but I've also carried them into adulthood and into some of my spiritual practices as well. But understanding this has been so healing. And really, what's been healing has been connecting with others in these states and in a way that's been attuned to me. So I hope these 5 relational keys help you to explore whether the peace that you're experiencing is rooted in transcendence or dissociation. Start small, share with a trusted friend, journal, or connect with a therapist. I've realized, and this is others have said before me, of course, wounds that occur in relationship heal in relationship. And true spiritual transcendence invites us back into connection with ourselves, with others, and life. And so, what would it feel like to gently explore this with someone safe? Not as something to fix, but as something to understand and experience together. If you found this video to be helpful, please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe.